Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article. Now this is from the Daily Caller and it's going to be going up the day of the vote. But I feel that this needs the attention and I wish I was able to have gotten to it to where I could have gotten it up early enough on the 13th when it was put out there. But yeah, this is going to be up on the 14th. And I apologize for that, but like I said, this needs to get attention because the Democrats are trying to pull their old dirty fucking tricks, especially with the fact of the border wall situation. And the Republicans are being the cuck fucks that they like to be because it's just easier. Because why don't we all just get along? I mean, it's fucked up. Anyway, let's look at the title here. The House is set to vote on $1 trillion spending bill tomorrow. No one has read it. They're basically pulling the ACA Obamacare. The ACA Obamacare fucking, you gotta pass it before you can read it bullshit, or at least they're trying to. Now, this is written by Molly Prince. And let's get into the article here, because this is some vile shit that the Democrats are trying to do here. Because they're basically hoping that they can slip this through and fuck over, you know, Trump, the American people, the border wall, all of it. It's funny. At least on the note of the American people, the ones who voted for Trump, the ones who, you know, where half the country wants a fucking wall, that half that wants it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, as you can tell, this got me a little PO'd. Oh, excuse me. The House of Representatives is scheduled to vote on a government appropriations bill Thursday evening, and with a day until the vote, lawmakers still have not received the text of the legislation. I wonder why. Because this is an old dirty trick the Democrats like to do. That's how they got ACA to pass. Pulling shit like this, and they think it's going to work this time. I'm hoping Republicans will have a spine, or Trump will veto it and the Senate, you know, before it gets to, you know, the Senate will shoot it down. And if they pass it, Trump will veto it, because this is complete horseshit what they're trying to do here. No one has seen the final wording of a long and complicated bill we will be expected to vote on tomorrow evening. Republican Rep. Andy Harris. Oh, Republican Maryland Rep. Why did I say mayor? Republican Maryland Rep. Andy Harris told the Daily Caller News Foundation, "That's no way to run a legislature. No shit," which is what Democrats like to do. They've done it before. They're trying to do it again because they don't want to do the border wall. And they think by pulling the shit that they are, they're going to get away with that. And that they think that the deplorables and the Trump supporters, you know, beyond them, and the people who want the wall and things like that, they think that they're just going to allow, you know, be able to slip it past and be like, oh, there's nothing to see here. And they're going to be able to do the same thing in the House. It's ridiculous. Republican Study Chairman Mike Johnson also confirmed that as of lunch on Wednesday, members of the RSC, and to our knowledge, even members of the conference committee, have not seen the text. Well, why would they be stalling on putting the text out there in a Democrat-controlled House when they're trying to avoid a particularly sticky situation for them? I wonder. It has been reported that House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer has said if the bill is dropped today, we will consider it tomorrow. This is reminiscent of the "you must pass it to find out what is in it" Obamacare debacle, Johnson said to the DCNF. This bill is expected to be over 1,000 pages, and we will potentially have less than 24 hours to digest it. This is absurd. No shit, it's absurd. But see, the Democrats like playing shady political games like this when they are trying to play the system, when they are trying to fuck over the American people, when they are trying to screw over everyone. That's what they do. They play shady, shifty, shitty things like this politically. The Bicameral and Bipartisan Homeland Security Funding Conference Committee signaled last week that they are nearing a final border security deal that could be voted on prior to the February 15 funding deadline. Yeah, this is what's funny. They're saying that they're nearing a deal, but it's not a fucking deal. Okay, the Democrats are getting everything they wanted. That pittance of funding that they were going to give Trump for the wall, they're basically giving him like less of it. What was it, 1.7 billion they offered him? They're giving him 1.375 for 55 miles of bollard fencing. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. However, after hitting a snag over Democrats' demand to limit how many criminals Immigration and Customs Enforcement should be allowed to detain. What? Excuse me. If they're a fucking criminal, they should be detained and deported. They should be kicked out of the country. There should be no issue on this. There should be no limit on it. If they're a criminal, their asses should be kicked out of the country. It is that plain and simple. But yet Congress reportedly reached an agreement in principle late Monday. I mean, that's horseshit. The agreement includes $1.375 billion for 55 miles of new bollard fencing along the U.S.-Mexico border, far short of the $5.7 billion that President Donald Trump initially sought for 234 miles of steel concrete walls. See, this is what I don't understand. How the fuck is 55 miles of basically chain link fence, fancy chain link fence? How is 55 miles of that cost $1.375 billion? But yet Trump can build 234 miles of steel or concrete wall for $5.7 billion. Explain that one to me, because the math is a little fucked up, and they're giving him even less than they had offered before. That's not a compromise. That is complete horse shit, and they should be called out on this. But you see, the legacy media, they're not going to report on this. The alternative media reports on this, they're going to get silenced, because you got the legacy media telling social media and the companies like YouTube and shit to shadow ban us. And you think that they're not doing it on their own accord either? This is horse shit. They're giving even less than they offered before. That's not compromise. That's a complete fuck job. Plain and simple. Regardless, the legislation is expected to be finalized Wednesday night, giving members of Congress less than 24 hours to read what they are voting on. How the hell are they supposed to read 1,000 papers in less than 24 hours? Even if they stayed up all night and were speed readers, I highly doubt that they could get through 1,000 pages. And they know this. The Democrats know this. This is intentional. This goes to show how fucking scummy they are, because they cannot win playing legitimately, playing fairly. They got to pull this type of shit like they did with the ACA, aka Obamacare. Fucking vile and disgusting people, I swear to God. I mean, Republicans aren't much better. I mean, they're cucked little bitches with this shit. Oh, we'll take less money than what you offered before. Can we please have some more money? No? Okay. I mean, give me a break. A senior House Republican source confirmed to the DCNF that no Republican lawmakers have received a copy of the legislation or seen any text as of Wednesday afternoon. Well, of course not. That's fucking intentional. You don't think it isn't? They did that by design. Oh my God. It's intentional. When one bemoans the swamp, look no further than spending $1 trillion and jamming through legislation when none of us have ever seen it, Republican Texas Rep Chip Roy told the DCNF. And he's fucking right. Chip, buddy, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's so true. We should be a no on such incompetence, even if it weren't perpetuating drunken spending and failing to actually secure the border. Now, here's the thing. This is not incompetence. That's where I differ from him on this. This is by design. This is intentional. This is sleazy, scummy, backdoor political bullshit. That's what it is. Call it what it is. Pelosi, and of course, when they promised 72 hours, which we're going to get into here, they promised 72 hours. Did you think they were actually going to deliver on it? I didn't. I knew they would probably pull some shit like this. Because that's what Democrats do. Because they can't operate on a fair and level playing field. That's why they're importing all these illegals. Because if they actually had to compete with the American voter and didn't have illegals propping up their fucking, votes, because they don't give a shit walking in and voting because there's no voter ID laws. If they didn't have their descendants, their children, looking at the fact of, because of the Democrat plantation brainwashing that they should vote Democrat, they would be screwed. They know this. They can't compete doing so fairly. So what are they going to do? Oh, yeah, 72 hours. We'll give you 72 hours to go through 1,000 pages. And then, no, sorry, you got like less than 24 now. Fuck you. I mean, that's the intent of their shit. That's not incompetence. That's being a sleazy, scummy individual, or a group in this case, hoping to play the system. Pelosi and the Democrats promised a full 72 hours to review legislation, a senior conservative congressional aide told the Daily Caller News Foundation. But now we're voting on a massive, probably 1,000-page long conference report tomorrow, and we haven't even seen text. We haven't seen the text the day before. Oh, yeah. But now we're voting on a massive, probably 1,000-page long conference report tomorrow, and we haven't seen the text the day before. This is worse than under Speaker Ryan. No shit. I mean, this just goes to show how desperate the Democrats are. They are literally playing this game where they're going to try to pull an ACA shitbag move. Give less money for the wall, and they only want over-glorified chain link fence that isn't going to do shit. That you can walk up to with a pair of bolt cutters and snip your way in. I mean, give me a fucking break. Why aren't the Republicans calling out this shit? Why are they being cucked little fucks? Why are they allowing her? Oh, we're almost coming to a deal. You gave away more than what they were originally offered. You took less, I mean. You dumb shits. They offered what? 1.7 billion? You're taking 1.3, what was it? 1.375? Fuck all of you. Fuck them too. You can tell this shit pissed me off. And I know some people don't like my language, but you know what? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If I swear, I swear. I mean, this is just ridiculous shit. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.